Bubba Wallace is currently on the hottest streak in his NASCAR Cup Series career, earning top 5 finishes in the last 3 points races. That doesn't even include his runner-up finish in the All-Star race last weekend at North Wilkesboro. But for the second week in a row, it's not Wallace's performance that everyone is talking about, but his behavior. On Monday at Charlotte, the 2311 racing driver was shown getting shoved by Aric Almirola during a rain delay. It was later learned the Stewart-Haas racing driver was confronting Wallace in response to being flipped off during the race. Both drivers offered their perspectives on what happened after the race. So did Denny Hamlin, and the 2311 co-owner didn't side with his driver. Last weekend, and just a few minutes after earning his career-best finish in an All-Star race, Bubba Wallace visited with Fox's Jamie Little on pit road, who opened the questions by asking the 29-year-old driver if it would have been possible to catch a lightning-quick Kyle Larson.
I don't know. I think we needed the louvers and whatever chewed-up stuff they have on there. No, just his capability throughout the whole run. He could attack hard and then have something there at the end.
While Wallace's comments about cheated up parts were noteworthy, that's not what everyone was talking about after the race. Instead, the focus was on the middle finger the driver quickly flashed at the beginning of Little's first question. It was later revealed that the driver was gesturing to a team PR person off camera who was telling him to fix his collar to better show the team's sponsor. A few days after the race, Corey LaJoie appeared on Sirius XM NASCAR radio and discussed the situation.
If we're having a comparable day, we will throw the bird to each other no less than like 4 or 5 times. It's actually kind of a competition sometimes who can hold their middle finger out to each other the longest. He has the record of 2 laps with his bird out the window at Michigan, so I still haven't been able to beat that amount of time with one hand on the wheel.
Most would think that Wallace and LaJoie is a unique situation, where the bird is used as a friendly gesture, but it's not. Daniel Suarez revealed as much during a 2021 survey of Cup Series drivers when answering the question of what driver has been the most fun to race against that year. We're good friends, and a few years ago we had a big fight because he gave me the finger, and then it kind of became a joke after that. And every time we see each other on the racetrack, we give the finger for sure. While Wallace might use the middle finger as a friendly sign with certain drivers, he's still known to use it in the more traditional way of showing his displeasure. Kyle Larson said after last year's incident at Las Vegas that the only history he had with Wallace was being on the receiving end of such a gesture several times in the past. It happened again with Wallace on Monday at Charlotte with Aric Almirola. The first signs of trouble brewing between the two drivers appeared during a rain delay when a fan captured the pair having a heated discussion in the garage area before the SHR driver shoved Wallace. A NASCAR security official quickly intervened. After the race, Almirola provided details on what happened.
I felt like I was giving Bubba a lot of room when we were racing around each other, and when he got by me, he shot me the bird, so I just went to go ask him why he shot me the bird, and he started mouthing off and cussing at me, and I told him I wasn't going to have that. So, yeah, disappointing. It's just, that's him. I know that.
Unsurprisingly, Wallace had a different viewpoint on the situation.
Just, passionate, man. You know, we're racing hard for a second stage, and we finished 4th, so it's a good day.
Are you surprised at his reaction?
No, that's when you walk around with 2 faces, that's what you get.
A day after the race, Denny Hamlin offered his 2 cents, and he didn't side with his driver.
As his car owner, I don't love it at all. I mean, just keep your hands in your car. Just stop it. Like, you know, just cause them. You've got some positive momentum on the racetrack. Let's just chill for a little while and, you know, just take the dubs when you get them. And that's running well. It's out of style. Everyone needs, whoever still does it needs to stop because it's out of style. Stop doing it. It's childish. It's just not worth it. Like, you know, many times someone's gotten the finger and the next thing you know, they just get dumped in the next corner because people take it personally. It is. It's just not something you should probably do for sure.
It's easy to see it from both sides, and the difference is clearly based on the audience on the receiving end of the gesture. As Hamlin said, the drivers who aren't friends will take it personally, as Almirola did. Others like LaJoie and Suarez give it back as much as they receive it. So Hamlin might talk to Wallace about his use of the middle finger and how he's not a fan of it, but it's hard to envision the driver will stop using it just because it's been a part of his on-track demeanor for years. Or in effect, he's giving his boss the middle finger about changing.